Welcome back to The Power Behind Your Idea, Episode 3. What's more valuable, time or money? Steve Jobs said, "It's really clear that the most precious resource we all have is time." Success really has very little to do with how much money we have, but it does have a lot to do with how you spend your time. Before BetterBlocks was successful, I was $100,000 in debt and facing bankruptcy. Now, this was hardly the ideal place to start inventing a new product. I started my BetterBlocks adventure by spending a little time every day being an inventor, turning my BetterBlocks invention, my idea, into reality, even if it was only 5 minutes a day. And to be honest, some days it was tough to even spend 5 minutes on my invention. I was so far in debt from previous failures that I just couldn't see how I could survive from day to day at times, let alone invent a new product and make it successful. Yet whenever I did spend time on my invention, I always felt better, even if it was just a little better sometimes, because it gave me hope for the future. Hope that I could be successful, hope I could pay off my debts. And look, did I do this every day without fail? Absolutely not. But I did it most days, and if I didn't do it, I didn't really beat myself up too much. But what I noticed, how I always felt more positive when I did spend a few minutes every day on my invention. Look, spend 5 minutes a day doing what you love, or even thinking about what you love, and your life will change. But it will only change if you do it. You'll find all the excuses in the world to do this, and believe me, I've found a lot of them. But if you believe them, you're guaranteed to be one that in the 599 people who are not successful. And again, the choice is yours. The choice is yours whether you want to spend a bit of time doing what you love doing, working on your invention or not. It's absolutely yours. Now, doing this simple process every day was the foundation to making BetterBlocks into a $45 million product. I used to visualize children around the world happily playing with BetterBlocks for 20 minutes a day if I could, and eventually that's what happened. It was by doing this simple process that kept me going with my new development, my new products for the past 20 years. I'm not suggesting it will take 20 years for you to succeed, but it does take commitment. My latest product that I started working with 20 years ago, and I was fortunate enough to work with a young girl called Lavetta Conto, a teenager who taught me a lot about the spirit of inventing. Lavetta makes exquisite jewellery. It's under the brand name Arcawella, and she makes it from spent bullet casings she picked up from the ground in her war-ravaged Liberian homelands. Lavetta says, "You have an idea and you think about it. I went to a jewellery person and talked about different designs because you need to see the product first. See if it satisfies you. Is it going to make you motivated to raise money, to want to put it out there? I went to a jeweller and had them make an example so I could see if it's what I really wanted to do before I put all my energy and effort into it. You have to find out if your idea was right for you." So when you do find the idea, the invention that is right for you, do all you can to make it successful. Lavetta, a refugee, turned Arcawella jewellery into a global jewellery business. Jewellery worn by people such as Halle Berry and Angelina Jolie before she was 16. What she did was she turned a bad thing into good. She turned spent bullet casings that had actually been used against people in her homeland and in her hometown and turned it into jewellery. She turned it into something bad into something good, and that's what kept her going. So success is all about how you choose to spend your time, and it's a choice. Here's your challenge, and believe me, it is a challenge for most people. Spend 5 minutes every day for the next 7 days simply daydreaming about doing what you love doing, or heaven forbid, actually doing something that you love doing. Now, note any thoughts that come up of why you can't, because these are the very thoughts that stop you from having what you really want in your life. These are the thoughts that will keep you stuck. These are the thoughts that will guarantee you'll be in the 599 people who never ever get their invention off the ground. But acknowledge these thoughts, thank them for trying to protect you in their mysterious ways, and keep on going. Okay, bye for now, and see you in the next episode.